We read about Rivka, how she conceives, and she has tremendous pain during the pregnancy. V'teilch lidrosh es Hashem. So Rashi cites Chazal. She went to Beis Medrash Shel Shem, who was a Navi, who was a prophet, to get a reading exactly what's going on. And he tells her, V'im Hashem lo, shnei goyim bevitnech, the two nations in your womb, shnei lumim imeach yiparedu, two powerful kingdoms from your womb will go in each in a direction. Ulom bilom yamatz, Rav Yavotzoyer, they'll be empowered, and the Rav Yavotzoyer, the older one, will serve the younger one. And as Chazal tell us, what was the rumbling and the agitation within her womb? They were fighting over Shnei Olamos, Olam Hazeh, Olam Habo. And literally, it was a fight to the death. That's one interpretation. Other interpretation, whenever Rivka would pass by Beis Medrash Shel Shem, Yaakov would bolt and want to go out. Whenever she would pass by a house of idol worship, Esav would bolt to go out. And this was the cause of the tremendous pain. And this was the reading. And ultimately, there were twins born, Yaakov and Esav. One represented purity, Tzidkus, the other was evil, Rasha. And this struggle is till the end of time. Esav Soni Yaakov. Factually speaking, Yitzchok never knew the true nature of Esav. He knew he was a hunter, Ishsodeh, a hunter, man of the field. He knew he was not Yaakov, but he never knew that he was evil, ever. So the question which is asked, why didn't Rivka, who knew the truth, she should have shared this with her husband, Yitzchak, but yet she did not share it with Yitzchak. Why didn't she share it with Yitzchak? The Torah tells us that when Esav came from the field, he finds Yaakov cooking lentil soup, and he asks him, what happened? He says, Kenenu Meis, our grandfather passed away. So he says, Les din v'les dayon. If our grandfather passed away, there's no judge, there's no judgment, there's no judge. Because Esav understood his grandfather was meant to live 180 years. God shortchanged him 5 years. He didn't live his full life. If that's the case, Les din v'les dayon. God is not an equitable judge. There's no judge. But why did he have 5 years taken from his life? So Chazal tell us, because Hashem had said to Avram, he will pass away b'seiva tova. He saw Yishmael doing tshuva before he passed away. He did tshuva, repented. If he would know that Esav is going off the path to become evil, this would be contrary to seiva tova, to the good old life, the years that he had lived. Therefore, he had 5 years taken from his life that he should not be aware of this. So, till the very end, he did not know who Esav was. Why didn't Rivka share it with her husband? Now, initially, when she was having her issues, the pain, the agitation, factually, her husband was a Navi. Yitzchak was a Navi. Why did she consult with him? Avram Avinu was still alive. Avram Avinu was also a great prophet. Why did she consult with him? Why did she go to Shem? She had no idea what was going on. The answer is simple. Avram Avinu was not permitted to know. It was concealed from him. Because if he would have known what the reality was, it would have been contrary to Seiva Tova. So she did go to Avram. Avram Avinu says, I don't know. Hashem did not share this with me. She goes to Yitzchak. Yitzchak doesn't know. Although he's a Navi, because a Navi only knows what Hashem tells them. Why was it concealed from Yitzchak? We find the whole story with the brachos. Initially, she wanted to give the birthright to Esav. If he would have known who Esav was truly, he would have cursed him. And the whole struggle of good and evil would have never ever manifested itself. As a result of this, although Avram was a greater prophet, greater Navi than Shem, and Yitzchak was greater, But a Navi only knows what Hashem shares with them, and since in this context it was meant to be concealed, therefore she had to go to shame, and as a result of that, she wasn't permitted to share with Yitzchak because she understood God withheld it because they weren't meant to know.